Hello friends, welcome to Let's Learn with Neha Python series. In this video, we'll learn about the NumPy. This is the second part of my NumPy videos. So if you are new to NumPy, you can go to my first part, NumPy first part, and you can learn because this is the continuation of my first video on NumPy. Okay, in this video, we'll start with indexing. Indexing is suppose I have an array where I have four values. So in this, as we all know, index will start from 0 in Python. So my first element will be having 0 index, second element will be having first, like that I'll be having the index value for each and every element. So suppose I have an array, I want to know what the value I have at my second position. Okay, so I'll check using programs. I'll mention the array name and I'll mention the second position and I'll run this. I'll get the third. I have third at the second position. Same way I can check at 0. So at 0 I have 1. Okay, so this is indexing. So this is my 1D array. Here I'm checking. Suppose I have 2D array. Okay, so how I can check there is np.array. I'll create my 2D array. So how we create 2D array is like this. It will start from 2 brackets as we see in our old videos. Okay, so I have, this is my 2D array. I'll mention 2. Okay, so how I can check the values here. Before going forward, I'll explain you indexing in this. So in this, what will happen? See, this will be my 0, okay, and this will be my 1, okay. So if I'll run this same way, indexing, I'll put 1, I'll get, okay, I'll get this 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. And if I'll run 0, I'll give this 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 5, 9, okay. So now suppose I want to know the, okay, so suppose I want to check the value present at my first dimension of array and at the second position, because position will start from 0, 1, 2. Okay, I want to get this value. Okay, so how I'll mention it? First I'll mention my array dimension. So this is first, and I want to know about the second position. So here I'll mention as 2 and I'll run this. It will give me this 5. This I wanted to know. Okay, same way if I'll go for 3-dimension array, I'll declare my array. So this is my 3-dimension array. Okay, so I'll run and see. This is the values of my 3-dimension arrays. Okay, so now suppose if I want to know, so suppose I want to know what is as I already told, like how we'll calculate is this one will be 1, okay, then this one will be 1 array, and then this one will be the 1 element. Okay, so suppose I want to know about this, suppose I want to know about this 10, I want to get this 10 value. So how I'll write is, I'll write array 3, then this is my, I'll mention this first, right? So because this is my 0 as a whole and this is my first, if I'll write first, I'll run, I'll get this value. So after this I want to know about this one, correct? This block I want to get this. So how I'll write is, this is my 0, this is my 1. I'll mention is as like 1. So I'll get my second block. From this I want to get this 10 position. So how I'll write is 0 and 1. It will be my 10th position. Same way, suppose I want to get this 7. So how I'll write is, I'll mention array of 0. 0 will give me my first block. It will be array 3. 0 will give me a first block. Then I want to know about this 7, correct? So I want to get this second block. So here I'll mention is, this one will be my first. 0, 1 will give me second block, and then 0, 1, 2. This will give me 7th value, correct? So this way we can do indexing in NumPy. Next, we also have a concept of negative indexing. Okay, so negative indexing, how it will work? Well, like -1, -2, minus 3, like that. Okay, so I have already declared 2D array. Okay, I'll start with 1D array. So okay, so this is my array. If I have mentioned 0, it gives me 1. So if I mention minus 1, it should give me a 4, correct? So it will give me a 4. If I'll mention minus 2, it will give me 3. So how negative indexing start with? Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Okay. So same way. So see, 1 is giving me this one. Minus 1 will also give me same. Correct. So if I'll mention minus 2, I'll get this second block. Okay. It will be like first block. Okay. And suppose I want to get this fifth element. So it will be like minus 1, minus 2. So minus 2 comma minus 2 will give me fifth element. So this way I can check negative indexing. Okay, in third 3-dimension array also I can do same way. Okay, so if I run minus 1, it will give me this block. So suppose I want to take this element, I want to get this 1. Okay, so how I'll write is minus 1, then this will be 0, this one will be minus 1. Okay, so I'll mention minus 1, I'll get this first block. Sorry, minus 2, I'll get this first block, and then I want to get this 1. Okay, so minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So I'll get minus 3. So this will give me a 1. Okay, so this way we can check, this is the concept of indexing. So next we have concept of slicing in NumPy array. Okay, so we'll check slicing in NumPy. So how we can go, slicing is like, suppose I want to get the element from the particular position. So I can get this 317, or I can get this 1. That's way. So syntax for slicing will be start, then colon, end, and then step. This always, it will take the values minus 1, position minus 1. Suppose I have given 5, so it will take 4. Okay, and position will be 4. So if I'll give you an example, I have created an array ARR. So in that array, I want to get this position from these two elements I want to get. Okay, so how I'll write ARR 0, this one will be my 1, correct? So 1, then 0, 1, 2, 3. If I'll mention 3, what it will give? It will give me 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Correct. So how much it will take? It will take 3 minus 1 will be 2. So let's run and see. Sorry, it should be colon. Okay, so it will give me these 2. Okay, so this is slicing. If I can take 2-dimension array also, this is my 2-dimension array. So here I can take this. So this is my 2D array. How I can check indexing here is, see, I need to get first one. What it will give me? It will give me this 3, 4, 5, 6. And in that one, suppose I want to get this 4, 5. How I'll mention it is, I'll mention comma, and then what is for position of 4 is 1, correct? 1, then colon, and I want 5, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3. If I'll mention 3, it will take 2, correct? So 4, 5, like this. Suppose I want to get element from here, 1, 2. Okay, so how I'll mention it here is, first I want 0, correct? If I'll get right like this, I'll get first block. Okay, and I want to get this 1 and 2 second element, correct? So it will be like 0, 1. So I need to take plus 1. So 0, 3 I need to mention. Okay, so 0, 3. I'll get 1, 2, 5. 0, 1, 2. Correct. If I want to get the 2, till 2, I'll mention 2. So 0, 1, 2. 1 minus 2 is 2. Correct. So this is the concept of slicing in Python. You can work Python NumPy, you can go through, you can practice, because these all things will come from practice. Okay. So next we have the concept of copy and view. So copy and view. So what is the difference between the copy and view? Copy will create a copy. Suppose I have a file in my folder, I'll create a copy and I'll paste it somewhere. So I'll have a two different copies of my file. Correct. View is opening the same file and I'm viewing it. Correct. So if I do copy, I can, if I'll make the changes in my one file, it will not reflect on the other file. As view, I'm opening the file and I'm viewing it. It will change my original file. It will make change in my original file. Okay, so how we can do is, suppose I have an array. This is my array, and I'll create a copy. So how we create a copy in NumPy? I'll use name. So my array name is arr dot. I'll mention copy, and this is a function. So as I'm calling a function, I'm creating a copy of my array in X. Correct. I'll run this, my X, and these both value will be the same. Okay, suppose as I have created a copy, if I make any changes in my X array, it should not reflect in my original array. Okay, so let's try that. Array of, suppose I have 3, I have 4, I will make 52, and I'll run this. Now I'll print my both the arrays. Print arr, print arr, and print X. I'll print my both the arrays. See, it didn't change in my original one. Correct. So what if I'll create a view? Let's try. Y is my view of arr. How I'll create a view? I'll use a keyword called view. View is the function which will create a view of my original array. So here, if I want to make changes, let's print Y. This is the same array, correct? 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, correct. So if I'll change in my view, so Y of 2 equals, okay, this value I have created. So if I'll print Y, it's having this value, and if I'll print my original array, this is having same value, correct. So we will make changes in my original array also. So this is the concept of my array, view and copy in NumPy. Okay, next I have a NumPy shape. Suppose I have an array and I want to know the shape of my array. Okay, suppose I have this array too. I don't know what is the shape of array. Okay, how I can get to know is, I can mention array2 dot shape. I'll run this. It will give me 2 comma 4. This 2 cross 4 is my shape of my array. So this will give a shape of array. Okay. So next we have a reshaping of array. So suppose I have an array. I'll mention it and I'll give some values to this my array. Array 1 comma 2 comma. Okay, so I suppose I have this array, okay, and I want to create a new array. Okay, so how can I do reshape? Is there is a function of reshape. So I need to mention my array name, and then I need to call that reshape function, reshape, and I need to give value here. So what value I should give exactly here is, see here I have 12 elements. Okay, so this value should be like it. If I'll multiply the value given here, it should be the result will be 12 elements. Okay, so I can give 1 comma 12. This is my this one only. So it will give me new AR mention. It will give me same 1 comma 12. Okay, so suppose I have given here second, I can give here 6 comma 2, correct. So if I'll give 6 comma 2, it will give me like this. Okay, and 3 comma 4, 3 comma 4, it will give me like this. Okay, so that's how I can create, I can reshape my function. See, here I have given two values, correct? 3 star 4. It is 2, count is 2, correct? So that's why it is creating my two-dimensional array. So suppose if I'm giving here 2, sorry, if I'll give count as 3, okay? So it will give me a three-dimensional array. So that's how I can mention here. Okay, if I'll mention only 1, suppose what it will give? It will give me an error. Okay, why? Because this 4 is not equal to this 12. If I'll give here 12, it will give me an array. Okay, so that's how reshape function works. So one more thing, suppose I want to get a three-dimensional array, but I don't know how I'll get it. Okay, suppose this is 2 comma 3, I know. I don't know what value I need to give, so I can give it -1 and it will create its own. Okay, so that's how it will create because I know I need a three-dimension array, but I need three element in one array, 3 cross 2. Okay, but I don't know how many division it will be, so I can do is -1. Suppose here I'll give 2. I don't know. I have given like this. Okay, I don't know what value should come here. So I'll give -1. It will take like this. Okay. So the thing you need to remember here is this -1 I can give at one position only. It should not be like I'll give -1 here and here. So it will throw me an error like this. If I'll give like this, it will throw me an error. You see, cannot specify one unknown dimension. So if I'm not clear with the dimension, I can mention here. It will give me an error. Sorry, it will give me an array. So that's how reshape works in NumPy. Next we have is iterating array using NDTER. Okay, so this function it's like we can use like basically we use for loops. Same that way I can use iterate. So what is the syntax of using this function? I'll write. So I have a new array. Suppose this new array I have. Okay, I want to iterate over that there. Okay, so I can write for x in for I in np dot nditer, and I'll mention array name. So array is new ar. Okay, and I want to print I. So it will give me all elements. That's how I iterate over the all elements. Okay, so that's how it iter work. Okay, now if I want to enumerate over the arrays, so that we have function of n e n d e n d enumerate. Okay, so we have function of nd enumerate. How we can do is like same way. The thing is nd enumerate will give me an index and the value. So if I'll do, I need two values here, a comma I. I'll mention I for index, a will be my value, and I'll mention np dot nd enumerate. Okay, and I'll give my array here. So my array is new underscore ar, and I'll print I comma a. Okay, so that's how. So I forgot to write in, so I need to write in, and then I'll run. It will give me the values here. Okay, so this is my index. Okay, at 000 position I have 1. At 001 position I have 2. So now we will see the searching in array. Okay, so suppose I have an array AR6 I'll mention, and I'll create array np dot array, and I'll mention the values here. So suppose this is my array. So here I have taken so many duplicates, right? One is present here, one is present here, one is present here, one is present. So my one is present at 3 position. like 3 different positions. Okay, so if I want to check the position of my one, how I can write is, I'll run this and I'll mention, I'll take it because it will return an array. Okay, so I need to mention here function np dot where, and I need to pass the values. What value I need to pass? I need to pass array name, then equal to I want to check for 1, correct? I'll mention that and then I'll print my, so it will give me at these 3 position. It is present at 0 position, then second one is present at 4th position, third one is present at my 13th position. Okay, same way if I want to check this fourth value 4 position, I'll mention 4, I'll check it, it will give me a 3. So 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and 11 12 13 14 15 and 16. So same way it is mentioned here. So that's how I can search inside my array. Okay, then we have a function. This is my function called, we have where function to search, for search in array. Okay, now we have called function called search sort, SEARCH search sort. Okay, what it will do, suppose I have a array, suppose AR, this array I have np ARRS. Okay, np dot array, and then I have 1 comma 4 comma 7 comma 10. Okay, suppose this is the array I have. Okay, so suppose why I'll use this function is, suppose I have a value 2. Okay, and I want to know where I need to place that value so that my array will be a sorted array. So I'll take a position variable, I'll mention here. So what I want to add to in this array. Okay, so I'll use the search sort function, sorted function. Okay, and I'll mention here array name. So my array name is ARRS and I want to add 2 here. Okay, so what it will do, I need to print pause. Okay, so what it will do, it will check where this 2 variable will fit inside my array. So 0 1, if I'll put this 2 at 1 position, my array this array will be sorted array. So I'll run this and I'll check, it will give me ARRS is not defined. Okay, I didn't run this, I guess. Okay, so it will give me a 1 position, correct? So that's how I can check sorted. I can check for multiple values also. How I can check? I need to pass a list here. I need to add 2, I need to add 6, I need to add 11. Okay, suppose I want to add these 3 elements. So suppose for 2 my value will be 1 as we did. For 6, 0, 1 and 2. Correct? For 6 it should be 2. So what it should be, for 2 it should be 1, for 6 it should be 2, and for 11, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, for 11 it should be 4. So I'll get those values. Okay. So that's how search sorted work. Next we will be having I can sort this array also. So how I can sort this array? Suppose I have, I'll take some arrays I have created. So how I'll sort this is already sorted array. Okay, I'll create an array np dot array. I'm adding some random values here, and I'll print this. Okay, I'll sort it. Dot sort function is there. Okay, so I need to write np dot sort and then array name. So array name is array test. If I'll print that, just I'll run this, what I'll get, I'm getting this error because I missed this p and I need to mention np. Okay, if I'll run this, what I'll get this sorted array. See, this is unsorted array, this is my sorted array. So that's how sorting works in array. Okay, this is all for today's video. Now I'll conclude is like why we use NumPy. NumPy is see, because if we'll go with Python and if these things may take more time or we need to write more logics to achieve all these tasks which we have done today. So to reduce our time, we have used NumPy. NumPy library is available to ease our task. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thanks a lot.